Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea with the Zubmariner expansion on it. Where we left off last time, we were trying to get rid of our terror, which I did successfully. I've come to the realization, since we don't have an exact purpose in this game at the moment other than seeking immortality, that I'll let the video run for at least some of the time that we're at Z, because I feel you guys are missing some of the atmosphere of the game just by jumping from port to port. And a lot of the game's atmosphere comes from the cool and weird things you see while on your way to places. So I might have been shortchanging you, at least in the initial stages of the game, of some of the cool environments that are present. Yes, there are swaths of sort of just bare sea where there's nothing going on, but and we've been to Mutton Island, obviously. We'll stop in there really quickly to grab a port report on our way down to Port Carnelian, but it just sort of occurred to me that that was the case. You guys are missing, like, there is a giant eye in the middle of one of these oceans somewhere, and it doesn't have any specific purpose, but it's really cool and very eerie. Oh, it's under new... Oh yeah, this is under new management. We have a port report. The Admiralty has taken over Mutton Island. Once the simple fishing... Oh, it says that. Under new management, bright-eyed men and women from the Admiralty work hastily to expand the dock. Hymns with unfamiliar words ring out over the fall of their hammers. So, we can't exactly go there anymore to do Quaker's Haven stuff. It's now under Admiralty control, which we are also part of technically. We're definitely siding with the Admiralty in this game, but at the same time, they don't want us there just yet, I guess. Sorry if there wasn't a video for a couple of days. I was experiencing, definitely without question, a little bit of burnout. Took a couple of days off, played some World of Warcraft, and now I'm back 100%, super excited. See, we haven't seen this before. Pure Wall Point. I don't know what it is. We got some Moody's Light apparently, which is also something we haven't explored. We're gonna leave our light on, even though our fuel dwindles much faster with the light on. We can actually face off against some of these things now, like this Western Angler crap. We're gonna go kill it, because it sometimes gives you good things when you dissect it. So we're gonna go up to it just out of range, but just so our gun starts charging. They'll keep it just far enough away from us that we can probably get a couple shots off before it can charge us. And as long as we start to backpedal now, should not get a couple of attacks off on us. We should be able to do some damage before it gets into any realistic dangerous range for us. Oh, now we're too far. Oh, it went underwater, that's why. And we'll keep backtracking a little bit. Sometimes monsters go underwater. It's a little bit annoying, but there's not much we can do about that. And it should die in the next hit, in which case we're just going to start going forward. And we have killed the angler crab. The shell is shattered, the glowing Elysee lies silent. We can dissect it. It's a straightforward challenge for us. We get a hunting trophy and 30 fragments. I am also going to really quickly close my window like normal. I forgot to do, and I can hear buses and stuff outside, and that is just no bueno. Alright, we're gonna stop off in Demo Island, which is the Iron and Misery Funging Station. It's a company place where they make... I think they farm mushrooms. And apparently the mushrooms have some hallucinogenic or interesting traits to them. We'll stop in and say hi anyways. We're probably not going to do a whole lot of raiding in this particular place because we've been here a million times. We'll have tea with the Factor. Nothing ever changes here, but we lost 2 terror. We gained 2 fragments and 1 supply. We gained a supply, I should say. We could gather supplies. Our luck chance is only about 60%, so it's not great. We'll just grab a port report. And we will not buy fuel because it's expensive here, and we're going to continue on south to the Utter Shroom. But yeah, I realized I needed a little bit of a break. Just a couple of days to recoup, reinvigorate, and now we are back into the mix of things we're going to try to push towards the end of this game. We're also going to do some Sunless Skies tonight because I've fallen behind on my early accessing of that. We also have a ship coming right at us. It is a pirate pinnace. They are not very threatening to us. They might get a shot off. In fact, they'll probably get a shot off. At least one. Except they missed. And I missed too because I shot prematurely. Sometimes that happens. Loot and scuttle it. We got a fuel. 2 fuel. That made it totally worth it. We are still cruising around in our Clatterly Heart ship. We are eventually going to switch it up though. There is a better ship out there for us, and we're going to need it to fight some of the harder monsters. There are some really tough monsters in the game. with like 1,000 hit points. Mountain Nomad comes to mind, and some of the, what are they called? Lifebergs. They are a bit tough as well, with like 400 hit points. We need a front-mounted gun, basically. We need a flensing gun to help us take down monsters, and there are no deck flensing guns. That's the only real slot we have. We also have an aft gun, which is, yeah, it's okay, but it's nothing to write home about, unfortunately. Another thing we need to do at some point in time is get more of those mushrooms on our boat. I wonder if I can pick one up in the other shroom. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but we need to deliver them to other ports. It's for the vendor bite quest, so we gotta get that on track again. We've kind of stopped getting... Experiment with our strange catch? Sure, let's make a live specimen. What else can we do here? Can we buy them? No, okay. Just thought I'd check. Let's grab a port report. Intelligence. We can't trade... Oh yeah, we need honey. We need firkin of prisoners' honey to trade for Blemigans. And we can only carry one at a time. But anyways, the point is we're supposed to drop these Blemigans at port, in which case we get a color from the other shroom once we're done all of that. Or maybe it's a piece for the chest set. One of the two, anyways. I remember reading about it. It's one of the two quests that we have to do at some point in time. And there's another crab to kill. Let's go kill that. Why not, he said. We're gonna get a bit close. That one is 300 hit points. It's a little bit tougher than the last one. It's also coming right at us. And if you watch South Park, that means we can definitely fire back. Oh god, it's gonna reach us. Not this turn, but the next turn for sure. We are backpedaling straight towards the utter shroom. Oops, don't turn that way. Turn this way. We're definitely gonna get hit next time, probably. Yeah, that's gonna happen. No, actually, surprisingly, it's not. Maybe our gun did enough pushback that it... What the hell? Oh. Oh no, we're too close to port. Apparently you can't shoot from in port. I mean, that kind of makes sense. They don't really want you firing your guns while you're in the port, or you can just jump into port and escape the wrath of the monster that's about to hit you in the face. But anyways, we killed it. No problem. It's all good. We're gonna dissect. Jesus. We're gonna dissect that one too. 10 fragments, another hunting trophy. But we failed our pages challenge actually, so we didn't get as much stuff as we normally would. That's unfortunate. We had a pretty high chance of doing it too, I believe, but oh well, it's fine. And my dog is being a little bit annoying. He is trying to get his toy free from his cage, but he has it tangled in the bars, so all he was doing is mashing the bars with his face. He has a little, like, playpen area, but he's not in there at all times. He's out now. But apparently he likes to go in there sometimes. Anywho, we're almost at Park Carnelian. It's been quite an adventure down there. Killed 2 crabs. They do respawn, so you can kill them infinitely for pages. Or sorry, not pages, fragments. In which case, that's your experience, by the way. I'm sure you know that by now. We've done enough videos. Let's not go into the vortex, though. That is a bad place to be. It is a place of death. I wonder if we have any secrets currently. Can we even level up? We could talk to our doctor, I guess. Eventually. Since the clatterly air is gone. Do we have any secrets? We have 3 secrets, so technically we have 3 levels we can do. Our stat line is pretty good. 62, 76, 74, 83, 51. 51 is actually pretty terrible, and to be fair, 62 is not that great either. The rest of them are not too bad. We ideally want over 100 in each stat. That won't happen for a while, though. One day. One day it will. Port Carnelian awaits. Let's hop off our boat. Our mission: an additional sherry with the fierce philanthropist. This time, the sherry is accompanied by a fruit loaf slathered with butter. When you raise the matter of your search for immortality and the involvement of Lytton, the man who shares her name, she grows thoughtful. She gives us a commission, apparently. Eventually she speaks. Some time ago I lost something beneath the Z. It would help both of our causes if you were able to locate it. The thing I lost was my husband, she tells you. You tut, and she raises a guilty hand. I know, carelessness. He fell in with an unfortunate crowd, rabble-rousers, schemers, renegades. They called themselves the Seven. She does not sound entirely disapproving. My husband shielded me from the details of his endeavor, although I have made a certain number of suppositions. I know for certain, however, that it ended in disaster. He and his co-conspirators fled beneath the waves. If you could find him, he may be able to lead you to the others. If you locate him, please give him this. She hands you a locket containing a miniature portrait of herself. It is likely that he is dead or unable to return, but if it's possible, I would like him to remember me. She takes an abrupt sip of sherry. We have to go seek him in one of 7 cities. So that's going to be interesting. We must search the cities beneath the Z. Well, it's going to be an adventure. Right, well, we'll do that. We'll stop off in Port Carnelian. How much is tea? We'll go for tea. We lost 5 terrors for the low price of 20 echoes. We could call it Heart's Cross House, or we can go to talk to a tiger in the Blue Bazaar. Call a room above a bookshop. Pan for sapphires in the Fungal Jungle, but that has a very low chance of succeeding. Or we can try and fulfill our spy's needs. What does he need? He needs romantic literature, so unfortunately we're not able to give him that. Since supplies and fuel are not terribly priced here, we'll grab some of those as well. Did we grab a port report while we were here? Nope. I don't think we did. We can try and influence affairs, but no, we can't. What should we do? Let's go to Heart's Cross House. We got a port report. The governor is very, very busy. An attaché offers you a bowl of sugared puffballs and explains the work the governor does among the natives. Gotta keep them happy. What? After all, they are tigers. That is true. Tigers are somewhat dangerous. And not even in large numbers. Tigers are fairly dangerous even in small numbers. Mostly due to them being several hundred pounds of claw and teeth. Alright, we're off. We need to go to the Untersee places, so the Grand Geode's over there. There is, I believe, a port here. Or that could be a fuel boat. I know there are some ports over in this area, of course. But we have to go comb the Untersee for the ports in question. We know where a good chunk of them are, but not all of them. I think I know where 4 of the 5 are. We can actually look. There's Low... What's it called? Low Barnet? I don't think that's one we have to search, though. Regardless, we have the Ragged Crow. We have Hideaway. We have... Which is the other one? This one here, I think is? I can't remember what it's called. No, Scrimshander's one for sure. Agul's one. The Gaunt Pole is one. Yeah, we know a couple. Alright, we're gonna have to go sailing over there and find more. But yeah, I think in future videos, I'm going to let the exploration of the Z be part of the videos. It is of the more integral parts of the game, because there are very cool things that you run into at sea that may be missing from the earlier videos, in that we just jumped from port to port. You kind of lose some of the atmosphere of the game, the deadly silence and sort of calm eeriness of this dark underground cavern, I guess it sort of is. Giant cavern? I wonder how tall this cavern is. That's a good question. Does anyone know how tall the Oh shit, we don't want to fight those yet. I need a forward gun specifically for that reason. We could easily take those things down with a flensing gun. With our deck gun, we're going to take a hell of a lot of damage before we maybe win. I'm hoping we would win. There's no guarantee of that, however. Regardless of if we won or not, we'd be limping home with like 10 hull left. So, flensing gun, important. Can't put it on a deck mount. Need a forward mount. So the ship we are going to be saving up for, which is a rather hefty price, but in the future we will get, is going to be the frigate or the dreadnought. The frigate is cheaper by a relatively a fairly considerable amount actually. I think it's 17,000 credits, or echoes I should say. And I think the dreadnought is 27,000 credits. Alternatively, we can get the boat from the Venderbite. I believe it has a forward mount on it. We can actually check that before the end of the video. Right before we end the video, I'll just quickly find that out for us. If it does, we can easily try for that one. I can't remember exactly how to go about getting it, but we can look it up and we can try for that one instead. I know it has way less hull than some of the bigger, badder battleships, but it might be a good stopgap. Like, I have no qualms about the Clatterly Heart. It's a good ship in terms of plus 10 to all stats. That's amazing. That's really, really good. But the lack of a forward gun is not going to be good in the long run for our game. It's good in the short run. It gives us a better chance of succeeding at these challenges, but the long run, it's not nearly as good. What are you doing? One second. You know what? We're at the end of our video. Let's just look up that ship, and I will check to see what my dog is actually eating. Alright, the ships. Let's find out really quickly. Ships in the game. It's the special one, the steam yacht. So it gives... Oh, it doesn't have a forward gun either. So I guess the steam yacht is not going to be all that good for us anyways. It has way less hull than our current ship, less hold, less quarters, a little bit less weight, and the same 10 to everything, except that it only gives it to hearts, veils, pages, and mirrors instead of iron mirrors, vials, pages, and hearts. So technically the Clatterly Heart is much better than the steam yacht, so we're going to ignore that. And we're going to go straight for the frigate, I believe. Yeah. Alright, that's going to be it for now. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.